In this short video, you'll learn how easy it is to create dynamic, high-impact digital signage in the space of a few short minutes using SimpleSign's intuitive drag-and-drop interface. In this overview, you'll see how quickly you can import your choices of rich media files by dragging and dropping them into SimpleSign, arrange them in any order you like, add web-based content such as RSS news feeds, YouTube, or your favorite websites, easily bring in audio soundtracks for your presentations, enhance your presentation with scrolling text using a powerful but easy-to-use editor. Set your presentation up to play full screen, either looping or as a live presentation. And share your finished work by burning a CD, DVD, or copying your file to a hard or removable disk drive. SimpleSign is plug-and-play simple. Just boot the application, and you'll see a familiar media player style interface. Bringing in your files couldn't be easier. You can drag and drop your choice of PowerPoint, Flash files, movies, audio and music, or images right into a playlist. So here I have some images I'd like to use. I select the image files and literally just drag them over to the playlist. Let go of the mouse button and they're ready to sequence. Now I'll do the same with a couple of video clips. And let's throw in a PowerPoint presentation I put together for good measure. I can also bring in media clips by selecting a file here in the sidebar and clicking on Add, or by going into Windows Explorer, copying a file by right-clicking, and then pasting it into the playlist. Additionally, if I want to add live web content, I can click here on the Add Web page and type in the URL I want to include in my presentation. Adding audio is just as simple. Clicking through to the Audio tab up here, I now have a similar sidebar where I can drag and drop audio files to, copy and paste them over from Explorer, or click down here and find the files myself before clicking Add. Back in the Player section of SimpleSign, I am now ready to start arranging my files. I can preview any of my clips whenever I'd like by simply double-clicking on the file name. It then appears in the center window of SimpleSign. Next to each clip, I can see a play button, and clicking on this will change it to a pause button. Any files with a play button next to them will be included in my presentation, and any with a pause button will be left out. If I want to include all of my files or switch them all off, I can use the master controls here at the top of the screen. To arrange the order that my files will play in, I just select the file that I want to change and then click on the up and down arrows here at the top to move the file into position. If I decide to delete a file, I just select it, click on the trash can up here at the top of the sidebar. If I want to have my files play for a certain length of time, I can select an individual file by clicking on it, multiple files by control-clicking, or select all of the files with a Control-A. I then open up the Clip Play Duration window down here and set a timing for playback. This is a great way of putting together a presentation that will play seamlessly through by itself. Finally, I can save my playlist or open an existing playlist using these icons here at the top of the screen. Over in the Audio section of SimpleSign, I can arrange, activate, or deactivate, or save my files, just as I did with the visual elements of my presentation. SimpleSign also features powerful text manipulation tools. Clicking on the Text tab of the menu gives me a wide selection of RSS feeds that I can use to play scrolling text live from the web in my presentations. All I need to do is select the feed or feeds I'd like to include by using the play or pause icons. And just as is the case with the audio and visual elements of my presentation, I can arrange the playing order of the files I'd like to include. I can also add my own web feeds by clicking Add New RSS and supplying the web address URL of the feed I'd like to include. In this way, it's possible to bring up-to-the-minute information from my own website or company blog, or useful dynamically updated information such as stock prices or the weather. If I'd rather use my own custom text, I can click here on Add New Text and enter what I'd like to have scroll through in my message, just as if I were using a word processor. I can even choose my font, formatting, text size, language type, scroll direction, rotation, number of appearances, and the color scheme I'd like to use. And the same goes for my RSS feeds. Also, if I click here on the text position, I get a chance to select the position of my scrolling text, either by adjusting the numerical values here on the right using the auto align buttons here, or simply by clicking and resizing or repositioning my text box here in the central screen. When I'm happy, I click Apply and my text is good to go, bringing my audience a TV news-style ticker of up-to-date information or the messaging of my choice. If I head over to the Preferences menu, I can also change the text position and properties from this menu, or alter the scroll speed of my text ticker. From here, it's also possible to adjust how often my RSS feed will be updated from the web and make other key settings for my presentation. SimpleSign makes it easy to have your presentation loop seamlessly in playback by itself or react to your direct input as you give an enhanced, rich media presentation. As you'd expect to begin your presentation, you simply need to click down here on the play button. From there, if you've set durations for your clips, they'll play through and loop seamlessly until you stop the video. You can also pause the presentation at any time using the pause button, giving you as much flexibility as you need. This really comes in handy if you'd like to pause on a web page in your playlist, for instance, so that you can surf through the content without racing against the rest of your presentation. Clicking on Full Screen will give you a full screen presentation. But if you want to make use of the controls, you need only move your mouse to the bottom of the screen and the media controls will appear for you. Of course, you can also use keyboard shortcuts. You can move through the media items in your playlist by using the arrow keys on your keyboard. If you've included a PowerPoint presentation, you can either have the slides advance to your present timing by choosing this option in PowerPoint, or alternatively, you can move through your slides manually by using the page up and page down keys on your keyboard. If you want to exit full screen mode, you can do so by hitting the Escape key. It's also possible to turn off either the audio for the entire presentation or just the audio for the clips, or you can adjust the master volume using this slider. And if you'd like to have your presentation begin instantly when you boot your computer, simple command line switches make it possible to easily enter full screen and play modes right from the off. You can even take advantage of a simple drag and drop file in your startup folder, which will automate this process, giving you an instant self-playing kiosk solution. SimpleSign will run on almost any Windows-based computer, and sharing your presentations is easy. Whether you choose to burn your presentation to a CD or DVD from which it can be played directly, or to a hard or removable disk drive, SimpleSign bundles all of the files necessary into one folder and even includes a play-only version of the application so that your contacts can revisit your presentation anytime. In the Share menu, you can also decide to share all of the clips from your presentation or just those that you choose from the checklist. As you've seen, SimpleSign makes creating high-impact rich media digital signage simple, intuitive, and cost-effective. Thank you for watching.